Well, I'm going to play it safe, and then I'm going to go out on a limb. So, play it safe. Here's the first play it safe one. This is Amazon's demand-side platform, DSP. And currently, DSP is only available to big advertisers, big brands, and big ad agencies. One of the awesome things about DSP is it gives you something called remarketing, which hopefully you guys all know what remarketing is. But it has not been available on Amazon for us plebs. But I believe that they will roll out remarketing to Seller Central and take it off of DSP and make it available to Seller Central. And I predict they will start with brand registry and offering it to people who are brand registered. And then as time goes on, well, I predict that. And then whether or not they actually ultimately offer it to folks who aren't brand registered, I'm not sure about, because the way I look at it, it seems obvious to me that they are pushing like Billy-O for everybody who sells on Amazon to be brand registered. That seems like an obvious thing for me. Next thing, Walmart. I don't know if you guys have done any selling on Walmart. I have, and it's actually getting better and better as a platform. And so I predict that Walmart will up their game on PPC, because you can do PPC on Walmart as well. But right now, it's fairly shit. It's a lot like, I don't know if you've ever tried to use LinkedIn's PPC platform, which is crap. It's fairly crap, and you need $100 a day minimum spend to use it. But I predict as they kind of work out the niggles of that, then they will make that much, much better. And I also think as a result of that, that Walmart will pretty much push eBay out of the way. eBay already as a platform is going down and down and down, and the year-on-year loss that eBay is getting is pretty significant across all different marketplaces, so USA, UK, and here in Australia as well. And I predict that will carry on as well. And on the back end of that, my kind of out on a limb prediction is that at some point this year, Amazon will have a month where it gets 40 million visitors to its website. I predict that will happen, whether that's Prime or through December, I'm not quite sure. But based on what's currently happening, I think that's a given that that's going to happen. What else? So Amazon is moving into groceries more and more and more. There's a lot of money to be made in groceries. Of course, Walmart is their major competitor for that, and there's a whole heap of shit I can tell you about that if you guys want to talk about it later. But I think that they will launch their first Amazon Go branded store in Australia, not this year, maybe 2023, but I think they'll launch them in other marketplaces this year. Same day delivery, they're really pushing for that. So it seems that as a way of pushing that, they will start rewarding sellers who are offering same day delivery. They'll be rewarded. And Amazon as well, you've probably seen some of this playing out already, will move more towards leveling the playing field for third-party sellers, which is what we are. So Amazon currently sells its own brands, but they're getting in heaps of trouble for that through anti-competitive behavior that they've been engaged in, where they rank their own products above other people's products for no good reason whatsoever, other than that they're Amazon stuff. And so that is stopping. Europe has been pushing hard for that, and Amazon's just had a friggin' huge fine. I see that continuing on, and Amazon basically getting out of the marketplaces where they sell their own shit on Amazon. Talking of Amazon in America, I think that Amazon in America is fairly saturated now. It's actually, I would think, one of the worst places to launch a product now is Amazon.com relative to other markets. I think Amazon is saturated to the point where, well, certainly we know that half of the households in America have got Prime, and so there's not a lot of scope for growth for Amazon in America, and so I believe they will push other marketplaces, and I think the recipients of that money will be India and Australia and Brazil, just based on what's currently happening out there. I think those three marketplaces will get the lion's share of the attention and the money. What else? Last one would be a very, very simple one, which I think is absolutely going to happen, which is going to be on Amazon.com. Amazon will ultimately be forced to collect all the sales tax, and that doesn't really apply to us because we sell from Australia. But I think they'll be forced to collect all the sales tax rather than expecting their sellers to do it. So that'll be kind of sexy. I think that's it. I think that's all my predictions. So feel free to hold me to those and check back in at the end of this year. But I think there's some absolute certainties and there's some blue sky things based on what Amazon as a business is doing. So, but I think for us selling in Australia, we are definitely perfectly placed for a lot of investment from Amazon into the .com.au marketplace. That just seems obvious to me. Hey, thanks so much for watching that video, and I hope that you got some massive value from it. Before you go, do you live in Australia? If you do, this is for you. Would you like to learn how to sell things on Amazon here in Australia? Would you like to know what sells really, really well and what sells for the maximum amount of profit? Would you like to know where you can source those products from, whether that be in China or here in Australia, and how to source them so you pay bottom dollar and get maximum value for what you're doing? If you do, please subscribe to my channel and like this video, and you'll learn that and much more. It's the exact same information that people like Jeff from New South Wales I've used to make $45,000 a month on Amazon, that Sue, who's from the sunny coast, has used to purchase herself a brand spankly BMW every single year as a result of her e-commerce business, and the lovely Kate from Bowral in New South Wales has used to make $32,000 a year on, a month, not a year, a month on Amazon, and indeed Anthony, who makes $15,000 a month on Amazon, selling, as he puts it, odds and sods. If you'd like to learn the exact same information that they use to maximize their profits for their Amazon businesses, subscribe to this video, like my channel, post below if you want me to teach you something. Okay, I'm out of here. Speak to you soon. Bye. Subscribe. Do it now.